Hello guys, it is Daniel here again, and today it's another F1 2017 video from my AOR league race in China. As I check the weather, which will be dry at the race as well, and while I'm showing you my setup, I would like to inform you that why the hell I have not made any video for a month. It was not because I am lazy, I have a much better and a happier thing to share with you guys. First of all, you might know that I got into the official F1 esports semi-final that took place in London. I will create a summary video of that, so I won't really speak about it here. But at the same time, I got into a talent show as well in Hungary, which is the biggest talent show of this country because I am a singer and I can play the guitar too. I got into the top 8 of the contestants and the show ended for me last week. It means that I haven't played F1 at all for more than 3 weeks because I didn't even live at home. We all lived in a hotel with other contestants and we were preparing ourselves for every Saturday because that show took place on every Saturday evening. I have another YouTube channel as well where I usually share my music and I share some vlogs there, but the vlogs are Hungarian. But if you want to listen to me, you can check them out, and I will put other links to the description and to the comment section as well, where you can check out my performances. But now, getting back to the gameplay, you can see that I'm showing you my fastest lap now in quali, where actually I made a few mistakes. In the first sector I shifted to the first gear and stayed there for too long time in the last part of that long curve, and I lost about a tenth. On the other parts I think I simply broke a little bit earlier than I should have, and I was so cautious because in the practices earlier during the week I usually did set a 2 or 3 tenths faster lap than this. But guys, now prepare for an experience that you have never seen. Let me show you the scoreboard. Yes, you can see it right. It is the result of the AOR Split 1 2017 China
It doesn't get closer than
qualifying.
that. Marek, I feel for you.
I'm just totally out of my words. Actually, now not. But when I was there, what the hell is this guy?
I'm 6th with 1.5 tenths off. Fuck.
But to keep going with the epic things, we have to start watching our race highlights. But as you can see, the first two guys are starting from the same grid. I mean, what the heck, Codemasters. But to keep on commentating, I had an average race start. Actually a car behind had much better, but because of the bug I managed to overtake Marek, and after, as you can see, I stayed on the inside line and I managed to get ahead of the Toro Rosso as well. I knew that I had the pace, I knew I messed up the quali, so I was a bit frustrated and I was really motivated at the same time to get ahead of the guy ahead as fast as possible, because I knew that if I didn't manage to overtake him, I will just kill my tires and I lose a lot of time. And as you can see, cutting into the third lap with DRS, I managed to get very close and start to attack. I really tried to have the best possible exits of the last two corners, and as you can see, I opened the DRS, I had the best possible exit from the last corner. I was in the slipstream. I think he had lower wings than me, but I still managed to go up to the inside and stay there in the first corner, and I managed to do the overtake. So I became the leader. I think this was the key moment of my race. But to keep going, as you can see, I was not under attack. I managed to pull off a gap from the guy behind of me, and after I just pitted one lap later than the guy behind me did, so I was really okay. I put the soft tires, which is the second hardest tire, and I was thinking about of going to the end of the race with this set, which looked a little bit impossible for me because at practices I have never managed to do that, but I knew that everyone does this strategy behind of me, so I needed to do that. And I didn't have to push as hard as I usually do in practice because I was confident and I felt the car, and I managed to pit a little bit later, even in the first stint, than I usually did it in practice. So that's why I put on the soft tires, and as you can see, I was just confidently leading. I had a bit of pressure because Wycombs later on overtook Timp, who was the car behind until that moment, and I know from practice that Wycombs has got a perfect pace, and he is a very fast guy. We had a fantastic practice race together, and I was afraid of him, but I still didn't want to push any harder because I knew that if I do, my tires will be dead for the last few laps. So as you can see, I just did everything clean, and basically that was my league race in AOR. This was my second race, which I managed to win again. I didn't have the video from Melbourne, but to speak about that race, it was one of my best races of my life, because I started from pole position and I leaded the race for the whole time, but I was under attack for about 15 laps, and I leave every link in the description, and in the comment section I will link the commentators channel who spectate the whole race and commentate it. And if you want, and if you are interested in, you can watch back to the Melbourne race as well, because it was a fantastic race. But now I must spoil the result, because actually, as you can guess, I started from pole, I was leading during the whole race, and I won the race, but I was under serious attack from the car behind, who was Timp that moment. And it was my debut race in AOR, because this is my first season in AOR, and its split 1 is the strongest split in PC. So I'm really happy to win 2 races, as you can see, in the first 2 races. And because I was in London, and because I was in the Hungarian X Factor, which is a talent show, that's what I was speaking about at the very first part of the video, I didn't have time, unfortunately, to participate in the third race, which is Bahrain, so I managed to get 0 points there, but still I am leading the championship. And this weekend we had a race in Sochi, which was, I think, the most exciting race in my life I have ever set, and I won't spoil the results because I will have a video of it again sooner or later, and I will try to do it as fast as possible. But that race was epic, much more epic than this. To be honest, I don't mind these races because I like winning and I like getting as much points as I can get. But in Sochi we had battle in 26 laps out of 26, so that is a fantastic race. But I don't want to spoil your excitement, but I really recommend you to check out my channel nearly every day, because I will upload that video. Of course I will cut it as well, like I did it here, and I think you will have a great time watching it. But I don't want to pull it any longer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. I will have other videos, and I will have hot lap videos as well, so get back to the world record laps. Thank you for watching again. I don't want to waste your time anymore. I am happy that you have been here. Have a nice day. It's been Daniel, and see you in the next one. Yes. It was a must. because I know everybody will do that thing.
How many hands you have tires on the end? Tires on the end?
I think about 55% or something like that. I went very, very calmly. Or maybe 60, I haven't really checked it.
Good job, Kalon and non-runner.
Yeah, thanks.
And of course, congratulations to the winners and podiums.
Like half the people did 0 stops for me.
That's always nice to see.
Nearby comes you overtake me through